With iLife's podcasting features, you can create your own video or radio shows that visitors can play on your website or subscribe for automatic download to iTunes. To begin, click the Add button, then select the podcast template for your site's theme and click the Choose button. iWeb adds a podcast page to your site and gives you a page containing placeholders for text and your podcast media. This is your first podcast entry. If you've created a movie to podcast in iMovie, open the Media Inspector, click the Movies button, then click and drag the movie onto the media placeholder on your page. If you created an audio podcast in GarageBand, from GarageBand choose Share, Send Podcast to iWeb, and your podcast episode will automatically be created and added to your website in iWeb. Double-click the placeholder text to customize it, and in the case of an audio podcast, replace the episode artwork as desired. Create additional podcast entries using the Send Podcast to iWeb option in GarageBand, or click the Add Entry button from within iWeb. Podcasting pages are identical in design and function to blog pages. The sidebar includes the main podcast page, the Entries page, and an archive page, just like a blog. Use all the same editing techniques to edit podcast pages that you'd use to edit a blog. Note the Subscribe button on the main podcast page that allows visitors to subscribe to your podcast for automatic download of new episodes to iTunes.